are Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, and Turner syndrome. Down syndrome is a disease caused by a chromosomal abnormality that causes intellectual disability and characteristic facial appearance. All individuals with Down syndrome experience cognitive delays, but intellectual disability is usually mild to moderate. People with Down syndrome may also have birth defects. Half of affected individuals are born with a heart defect. Digestive abnormalities are also common. Almost all cases of Down syndrome result from trisomy 21. Trisomy 21 is when each cell in the body has 3 copies of chromosome 21 instead of 2 copies. Less commonly, it can occur when a part of chromosome 21 becomes attached or translocated to another chromosome during the forming of reproductive cells in a parent or during very early fetal development. These people have 2 normal copies of chromosome 21 plus extra material from chromosome 21 attached to a different chromosome, resulting in 3 copies of genetic material from chromosome 21. This variation is called translocation Down syndrome. A very small percentage of people with Down syndrome have an extra copy of chromosome 21 in only some body cells. This is called mosaic Down syndrome. It is believed that having extra copies of genes on chromosome 21 disrupts normal development, causing characteristic features of Down syndrome. It is also believed to cause the increased risk of health problems usually associated with Down syndrome. Klinefelter syndrome is a chromosomal condition related to the sex chromosomes that affects males. It affects physical and cognitive development, although signs and symptoms vary. Symptoms include small testes that don't produce as much testosterone as usual, which can lead to delayed or incomplete puberty, breast enlargement, less body and facial hair, and infertility. Some affected individuals also have undescended testes, opening of urethra on the underside of the penis, or an unusually small penis. Older children and adults affected are normally taller than their peers. Individuals with Klinefelter syndrome have an increased risk of developing breast cancer or chronic inflammatory disease. Their chance of developing these diseases is similar to that of normal women. Children with Klinefelter may also have learning disabilities, delayed speech, and language development, and they tend to be quiet and sensitive. Klinefelter is related to the X and Y chromosomes, where people typically have 2 sex chromosomes in one cell. Females have 2 X chromosomes, and males have 1 X and 1 Y. Extra copies of genes on the X chromosome interfere with male sexual development, causing Klinefelter syndrome. Developmental delays, nonverbal learning disabilities, and behavioral problems are possible. Turner syndrome is related to the X chromosome, which is a sex chromosome. People normally have 2 sex chromosomes in each cell. Females have 2 X chromosomes. Turner syndrome happens when one normal X chromosome is in a female's cells and the other one is missing or structurally altered. Missing genetic material affects development before and after birth. About half of affected individuals have monosomy X, which means each cell in the body has only 1 copy of the X chromosome instead of the usual 2. The other individuals with Turner syndrome have altered second X chromosomes. Turner syndrome can occur if one of the sex chromosomes is partially missing or rearranged, instead of not completely there. Some women with Turner syndrome also have a chromosomal change in only some cells, which is known as mosaicism and called mosaic Turner syndrome.